Did you know that public speaking ranks higher than death in most people's fear lists? That's right, many would rather be in the casket than giving the eulogy. But here's the thing, mastering public speaking isn't about being fearless, it's about understanding how your brain works and using that knowledge to your advantage. Here's how you can pitch like a pro. We all know that famous Eminem lyric, his knees are weak and his palms are sweaty. The same can happen when you're about to step into the boardroom. Your heart races, your mind goes completely blank. This isn't a malfunction. It's your body's ancient survival mechanism doing exactly what it's designed to do. When you stand in front of an audience, your brain processes this as a potential threat situation. It doesn't understand that these people are here to listen to your ideas. It just knows you're exposed and potentially vulnerable. This triggers your sympathetic nervous system, flooding your body with adrenaline and cortisol. But here's where it gets interesting. These same physical responses, elevated heart rate, heightened awareness, increased energy, are identical to what athletes experience before peak performance. The only difference is in how we interpret these sensations. Athletes call it getting in the zone. We call it stage fright. Same chemistry, different story. Understanding this biological response is crucial because it means we can work with our body's natural reactions rather than fighting against them. When you feel that surge of energy, it's not your body betraying you, it's your body preparing you for outstanding performance. Think of your presentation anxiety as an Olympic runner. That nervous energy, it's raw power waiting to be channeled. Your job isn't to eliminate this energy, it's to use it to your advantage. The magic happens when you start seeing your audience not as judges, but as allies. They want you to succeed. No one shows up to a presentation hoping it will be terrible. Understanding this fundamentally changes how you approach public speaking. This reframing isn't just positive thinking, it's strategic thinking. When you view your audience as allies, your body language naturally becomes more open, your voice more conversational, and your content more engaging. This creates a positive feedback loop that transforms your entire presentation experience. Now let's talk about preparation, but not in the way you might expect. Most people think preparation means memorizing every word until they can recite it in their sleep. This actually sets you up for failure because it creates a brittle performance that can shatter at the slightest interruption. Instead, think of your presentation as a conversation you're leading. You wouldn't memorize a conversation word for word. You'd know your key points and let the natural flow guide you. This is where the Silicon Valley pitch technique of story mapping comes in. Start by mapping out your presentation as a story. Every great pitch follows the classic story structure. A compelling opening that hooks attention, a middle that builds tension through problem and solution, and a conclusion that resolves that tension with a clear call to action. The key is to prepare your content in chunks rather than as a continuous script. Think of these chunks as building blocks that you can rearrange as needed. This flexibility allows you to adapt to your audience's reactions while maintaining the coherence of your message. Next up, body language. Your physical presence communicates more than words ever will. But here's the secret. Presence isn't about being perfect. It's about being authentic. The most captivating speakers aren't the most polished. They're the most present. Think about how you tell a story to a friend. Your body naturally animates. Your voice modulates. Your eyes engage. This is your natural storytelling state. The key is accessing this same natural state when you're in front of an audience. Practice speaking from your diaphragm, not your throat. Take up space confidently, plant your feet shoulder width apart. These aren't just performance techniques, they actually trigger biochemical changes in your body that reduce anxiety and increase confidence. Your breathing pattern is particularly crucial. Before any presentation, practice the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 7, exhale for 8. This simple practice can dramatically shift your emotional state. And finally, make yourself feel untouchable. Do the Superman or the Wonder Woman pose. Put your hands on your hips and chin up before you go on to do your presentation. I'm telling you, it will get you in the zone. We've covered what we call in the film industry the pre-production. But what about when the time comes and the spotlight is on you? The beginning of your presentation is crucial, not just for your audience, but for you. Your brain needs about 60 seconds to regulate its fight or flight response. This is why having a strong, well-rehearsed opening is essential. Start with something unexpected, a provocative question, a striking statistic, a personal story. This serves two purposes. It immediately engages your audience and gives your nervous system time to settle into performance mode. Remember, your audience forms their first impression within seconds, but more importantly, you establish your own emotional trajectory in those opening moments. A strong start creates a positive feedback loop that carries through your entire presentation. The key is to meticulously plan your opening. This gives you a safety net when your nerves are at their peak. Once you're through the first minute, your body will naturally begin to relax, allowing you to transition into a more conversational style. But what about technical glitches, tough questions, or blank faces? These are the moments that test even seasoned speakers. But here's a perspective shift. These interruptions are actually opportunities to demonstrate your expertise and authenticity. When something goes wrong, take a deep breath. Don't feel the need to react straight away. Smile. Remember that your audience is on your side. Use humor if appropriate. These moments of genuine human connection often become the most memorable parts of a presentation. Develop a mental toolkit for these common challenges. Have backup slides ready. Prepare transition phrases for tough questions. Practice recovering from interruptions. The more prepared you are for the unexpected, the more confidently you can handle whatever comes your way. Keep in mind that audience engagement isn't about being entertaining, it's about creating meaningful connections. Use the power of selective vulnerability. Share relevant personal experiences. Ask thought-provoking questions. And create moments of shared discovery. Your goal isn't to perform for your audience, it's to guide them through an experience. Think of yourself as a tour guide leading an expedition through your ideas. This mindset takes the pressure off performance and puts the focus where it belongs, on the value you're sharing. Master the art of strategic pause. Most speakers rush through their content, afraid of silence. But well-placed pauses give your audience time to process information and create powerful emphasis points in your presentation. Then, just like your opening, you also need a strong ending. Your conclusion should feel like the natural culmination of a journey, not an abrupt stop. Circle back to your opening theme. Reinforce your key message. Most importantly, leave your audience with a clear next step. Remember, the goal of most presentations isn't just to inform, it's to inspire action. Make your call to action specific, achievable, and compelling. Give your audience a reason to remember your presentation long after it's over. Public speaking isn't about being perfect, it's about being purposeful. Every time you step up to speak, you're not just sharing information, you're creating an experience. When you understand the science behind presentation anxiety and learn to channel it productively, you transform from a nervous speaker into a confident guide. Everyone can do this. I've created a comprehensive PDF guide called the Silicon Valley Pitch Blueprint that breaks down everything we've covered today, plus additional advanced techniques that weren't included in this video. It also includes my personal pre-presentation checklist, power phrases for handling tough questions, and a step-by-step template for structuring your next pitch. To get your free copy, click the link in the description below. This isn't just another generic public speaking guide. It's a detailed roadmap based on techniques that have helped executives secure millions in funding and deliver TED Talks. Remember, the greatest speakers aren't born, they're built through understanding practice and purpose. Download the guide, implement these strategies, and watch as your presentation skills transform. Please don't forget to drop a comment below sharing your biggest public speaking challenge. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more content on business and entrepreneurship. Thanks for watching.